Most people think these ultra-fast workers are just gifted with perfect coordination, but what if speed like this isn't about skill? It's about energy. In this video, you'll see 10 workers who've tapped into their natural genius zones, doing what fuels them instead of drains them. The result isn't burnout, it's flow. Once you understand why this alignment matters, you'll never see hard work the same way again. Number 1, the Brick Whisperer. A lone worker stands beside a growing wall of bricks, hands moving faster than the conveyor feeding him. Each block lands square and steady, not by brute strength, but through rhythm. The movement seems automatic until you notice the tiny pauses, micro-calculations syncing pattern and timing. He's powered by tenacity, the genius that draws energy from completion itself. Every aligned edge gives him a charge, the visible progress acting like pulses of reinforcement. Where others might slow with fatigue, he accelerates with every finished layer. Tenacity isn't just endurance, it's satisfaction turned into fuel. The display looks like stamina, but it's actually progress feeding back into motion. He isn't quick because he ignores strain, he's quick because finishing erases it. The final brick slides into place, and for a brief second, the rhythm softens before the next stack begins. Number 2, the Surgical Chef. A Japanese chef stands at the counter, steel meeting fish in movements that look effortless. The blade glides, pauses, then resumes, every slice landing with surgical calm. It feels mechanical at first glance, but there's more beneath that stillness. The real magic isn't repetition, it's refinement. He finds joy in moving just beyond perfect, reading the minute shifts in texture and color that no ruler could track. This is the genius of discernment, operating on instinct tuned by experience. Discerners thrive in these moments, making lightning-fast judgments without rush, guided by patterns only they can sense. His focus sharpens the room itself. The blade doesn't guess, it already knows where to go. Each cut passes silent approval through his hands, intuition etched into motion, mastery resting lightly between art and awareness. Number 3, the Balancing Act. High above the site, a construction worker walks a steel beam thinner than his boot, twisting bolts without breaking rhythm. From the ground it looks reckless, but that calm steadiness hides a spark. The genius of wonder. Wonder thrives on seeing the whole scene at once. Scanning the grid of steel and sky and quietly asking, what needs fixing here? That question fuels him. Every adjustment, every turn of the wrench is curiosity translated into structure. The beam stops being narrow steel. It becomes a question in motion. Testing angles, learning balance, revealing form. His balance isn't the absence of fear, but curiosity held steady until it hardens into skill. When the air stills and the beam hums underfoot, he's not just holding position, he's holding perspective, focused on the next silent answer waiting at the horizon. Number 4, the Bottle Flipper. On the assembly line, bottles fly through the air in a blur. One worker stands at the center, flipping each one into a crate with effortless timing. It looks chaotic, but every motion lands where it should, guided by muscle memory and rhythm sharper than any machine's pace. This is the genius of galvanizing in motion, turning monotony into movement. Each flip sets off a beat that the rest of the line subconsciously follows. You can almost hear the tempo spread as hands start moving faster, synchronized without command. Galvanizers don't just work quickly, they ignite the entire flow. Energy jumps from one station to the next, friction fading as momentum builds. He isn't just flipping bottles, he's flipping the mood, the pace, the pulse of the whole floor, one perfect rhythmic motion at a time. Number 5, the Acrobat of Dough. A pizza maker tosses a disc of dough into the air, hands tracing arcs like a practiced juggler. The circle stretches, flips, and lands back on his knuckles without tearing. The motion looks playful, but this is invention at work. Real-time problem solving in a swirl of flour. Each spin evens the thickness and saves seconds of shaping, an innovation wrapped inside tradition. The genius of invention thrives here, fueled by the act of creating something better from what already exists. In this rhythm, efficiency forms naturally, as if the solution was waiting in midair. Inventors gain energy from making, not maintaining. Every rotation of the dough refines the idea a little further, turning improvisation into precision. The flying dough isn't a trick, it's invention in motion, a smooth experiment tossed higher, made lighter, and perfected through play. Number 6, the Harvest Maestro. A farmer moves through his field with unreal coordination, each motion synced to wind and soil. The rows fall in even rhythm, the machinery gliding as if guided by instinct. It looks like habit, but his decisions trace something deeper: empathy in motion. He senses what the plants need and times each movement to meet it. This is the genius of enablement at its most natural. Energy drawn not from control, but from cooperation. He's not forcing the process, he's complementing it. Enablement means aligning with what already works, supporting cycles instead of overriding them. He doesn't battle the land to harvest, he collaborates with it, tuning himself to its quiet rhythm. The strength here comes from service, a partnership that rewards responsiveness. As the rows fall away behind him, the field and the farmer move in shared harmony. Number 7, the engine rebuilder. A mechanic stands before an open engine, hands moving so fast it almost blurs. Bolts glide into place, pistons align, and components lock together as if the blueprint lives inside his fingertips. It's blindfold-level precision, built from years of feel, not guesswork. You can see the diagram in motion, knowledge executed directly through muscle memory. Viewers watch, wondering how he works faster than a manual could guide him. The answer sits in that rare pairing of discernment and tenacity, judgment fused with drive. It's called activation, the moment where knowing becomes doing. Each motion is both evaluation and completion, perfectly timed, and he doesn't rush. His speed is clarity applied at full throttle. The hum of the finished engine isn't victory. It's the sound of thought snapping into action, seamless, effortless, and right on beat. Number 8, the speed painter. On a crowded street corner, a painter works at lightning speed. Strokes fly across the canvas, colors forming lifelike detail faster than the eye can track. At first glance, it feels like showmanship, flashy moves and quick results, but the speed hides deep focus. What's really happening is a balance between two engines, invention providing new ideas and discernment steering them into form. Each stroke is both creation and evaluation, real-time decision-making under total control. The artist's instinct keeps pace with inspiration, every adjustment immediate and precise. Great inventors thrive when their judgment matches their output, and here that harmony is visible in every line. Her brush doesn't guess. It decides mid-stroke, guided by intuition sharpened through repetition. This is artistry as cognitive alignment, mind, motion, and idea operating perfectly in sync. Number 9. The Warehouse Dynamo. A warehouse worker sorts boxes faster than the scanning lights can track. His hands move with machine rhythm, each lift and drop landing exactly where flow demands. There's no visible plan, no hesitation, just seamless motion connecting person and system. He channels two separate powers. Enablement keeps the process smooth, fixing jams before they start, while tenacity drives him to close every loop. The mix makes a rhythm automation can't match. Alert, flexible, exact. Enablement provides support, tenacity delivers closure. Together, they form the perfect loop, turning each shift into a living circuit of productivity. The boxes don't just move because he works hard. They move because he synchronizes. This worker doesn't compete with the machines. He completes them, proving that human adaptability, guided by purpose, still anchors the pulse of every modern system. Number 10. The Rhythm Lumberjack. In a quiet clearing, a lumberjack stands ready, axe swinging in perfect rhythm. Each strike lands clean, chips fly, and before the sound fades, the next blow falls. No pause, no waste. Every swing connects purpose to motion. At first it looks mechanical, but that smooth cadence hides satisfaction. This is pure tenacity, thriving on progress where completion fuels strength. Every cut is a beat, each heartbeat pushing the next swing forward. Tenacious workers aren't driven by toughness, they're powered by the music of progress itself. The rhythm keeps them steady, the outcome keeps them energized. The tree gives way not to force, but to momentum perfected through focus. His axe doesn't labor, it keeps tempo. As the trunk leans and the rhythm slows, the sound fades naturally, leaving only the quiet pulse of accomplishment behind. All 10 workers show one truth. Speed and mastery come from energy alignment, not raw talent. When people work where their energy grows, effort turns into rhythm and fatigue fades. The working genius idea calls this alignment an energy economy, work that gives back instead of draining away. Burnout happens when energy leaks into the wrong kind of task. But when you find your sweet spot, progress fuels itself. So take a moment to identify your own working geniuses, the places where time flies and focus deepens. Energy beats effort when you work where your genius naturally lives.